Have you ever wondered what happens to the fortune of a movie star after they pass away? Well, Cary Grant, one of the biggest stars of Hollywood's golden era, left behind a fortune so huge that it changed the lives of his family forever. But what exactly did he leave, and how did it make his family wealthy for generations? Let us uncover the story. Cary Grant was not just famous for his movies. He was also famous for the way he managed his money. Born as Archibald Leach in England, he worked his way up from a poor childhood to become one of the highest-paid actors in Hollywood. But even while spending time on film sets, attending premieres, and winning hearts worldwide, Grant was careful with his earnings. Unlike many stars, Grant did not spend all of his money on expensive cars or huge mansions. He understood the value of saving and investing. Over the years, he accumulated a fortune worth millions, and when he passed away in 1986, he left behind a financial legacy that surprised everyone. So, who got Cary Grant's fortune? Surprisingly, he did not leave much of it to the public or charity. Instead, most of his wealth went to the people closest to him, his family. Cary Grant never married in a traditional sense that would include long-lasting heirs, but he had relatives and close friends who benefited from his careful planning. Cary Grant's estate was estimated to be worth around $60 million at the time of his death. That might not sound like much today compared to some modern stars, but back in the 1980s, this was an enormous amount. Because Grant had invested wisely, his fortune kept growing even after he passed away. One of the most interesting things about Grant's fortune is how it was organized. He had set up trusts and investments that would benefit his family members over time. These trusts were designed in a way that the money could grow and be protected from poor financial decisions or bad investments. Essentially, Grant made sure his family could enjoy long-term security. If you are wondering, a trust is like a special box for money. The person who makes it decides who can get the money and when. It can also protect the money so it does not get wasted. Cary Grant used this method cleverly, ensuring that his family would benefit without any trouble. Cary Grant's life was not all about money, of course. He loved acting, traveling, and living a good life. But his careful planning proves that even someone who lived in the spotlight could think about the future. By the time he passed, he had left behind a fortune that would not just help his immediate family, but also make their lives comfortable for generations. Here is something interesting. Grant did not just leave cash lying around. He had invested in properties, stocks, and other smart ventures. That means the money did not just sit there. It continued to grow even after his death. Imagine planting a tree and watching it grow taller every year. That is what Cary Grant's money did for his family. Because of this planning, his relatives were able to enjoy a life they might not have imagined otherwise. Some family members used the money to buy homes, invest in businesses, and secure their children's future. Essentially, Cary Grant's fortune gave them opportunities that many people only dream of. But here is the part that makes his story even more interesting. Grant was careful to make sure his money did not cause family arguments. Many famous estates lead to long, bitter fights, but Cary Grant's setup avoided this problem. His foresight meant that his loved ones could enjoy his legacy without stress or conflict. So, how did a man who started life with very little manage to leave such a fortune? The answer lies in discipline, smart investments, and careful planning. Cary Grant understood the value of money, not just for himself, but for the people he cared about most. His story is a reminder that being famous does not automatically mean being careless with money. Even in Hollywood, where stories of wasteful spending are common, Cary Grant stood out as someone who thought ahead. Because of that, his family did not just inherit wealth, they inherited security, comfort, and a brighter future. Cary Grant's fortune was more than just money. It was a story of planning, love for family, and the power of thinking ahead. He did not just leave behind riches. He left behind a way for his family to thrive for years to come. So next time you see one of his movies, remember, behind that charming smile and iconic roles was a man who knew the value of leaving something lasting for the people he loved. Cary Grant did not just shine on screen. He made sure his light kept shining through his family.